Let's look at the reticular tissue using the example of a lymph node section. This is its low magnification. The reticular tissue forms the basis of the entire lymph node, but we will consider it in the medulla. Due to the fact that it is less filled with lymphocytes, which means that in this region it is possible to examine the cells of the reticular tissue. So, at low magnification in the center of the slide, it is necessary to find a brighter area. This is the medulla. And now let's change magnification to a high. Medulla. There are darker areas in the medulla. These are medullary cords. And the lighter areas are the sinuses. We will search cells of the reticular tissue in the sinuses. The cells of reticular tissue are called reticular cells. Reticular cells are large, have a round basophilic colored nucleus, an exophilic cytoplasm, and processes that connect them to each other to form a network. Actually, hence the name of the tissue, because the reticulum is a network. Reticular cell. Another one, its nucleus and processes. And these are the reticular cells. Lymphocytes are located in the loops of the network formed by these cells. Look, this is a reticular cell with processes, and this is a lymphocyte next to it. Do you see the difference? They have no processes, and generally no cytoplasm is visible around the nuclei. Reticular cell, lymphocytes next to it, and here a reticular cell with processes, lymphocytes. Another characteristic feature of reticular tissue is the presence of reticular fibers, but they are not detected when stained with hematoxylin and eosin. So briefly, on this preparation it is necessary to determine the lymph node itself, identify the medulla in it, and in the sinuses of the medulla reticular cells, and lymphocytes can be determined at high magnification.